Here's everything you need to know about the Hyliion Hypertruck ERX, including real impressions from a test rider. This video was filmed at the Advanced Clean Transportation Expo. For more coverage from this show, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss another video.
Hello, I'm Thomas Healy, founder and CEO at Hyliion. So I started this journey about 8 years ago with the mission and vision to go electrify the commercial vehicle space. So the Hypertruck ERX is a fully electric drive vehicle. So both of the rear axles on this truck are powered off of electricity. So there's no longer a drive shaft, anything like that in the vehicle. But the difference between this electric vehicle and some of the others that you see here is almost everyone else is using the grid to plug in to recharge their battery pack. We're doing a little bit differently where we actually bring an onboard generator that charges the batteries as you're driving.
At ACT Expo 2023, Hyliion unveiled their next generation onboard generator, named Karno. This is a fuel-agnostic generator that can run on 20 different fuel types. Karno will be released sometime in 2024. The Hypertruck ERX, which just began production in June of 2023, uses an onboard generator powered by natural gas.
So if you think about EVs, one of the biggest issues with them is how do you actually get the power needed to get these vehicles recharged, do it quickly to keep the vehicle out on the road, and who's going to build out all that infrastructure? So we're kind of eliminating all those issues by actually refueling the vehicle with renewable natural gas, compressed natural gas, using that as our energy source to then convert that into electricity as you're driving through a little power plant under the hood, and then that charges the batteries as you're going. So the biggest delta is most of the vehicles here would be good for like 100, maybe up to 200 miles of range. This vehicle is actually capable of 1,000 miles of range when you use both the generator and the battery pack. Yeah, so on this vehicle, we're using conventional natural gas storage tanks. So when you think about going into a station to refuel those, you're usually in like a 10 to 15 minute sort of a time frame to do a refuel to get you back out on the road. Now, the other nice thing is there's a lot of infrastructure already out there to refuel these vehicles. Not quite like diesel, right? Diesel is every exit has a station, but with natural gas, you have about 700 public stations across North America. So when you think about performance of this vehicle, natural gas conventionally, people have struggled with performance, right? That's why drivers have been a little resistant to adopting nat gas. Well, since this is more of an electric vehicle than a nat gas vehicle, we actually pull forward more horsepower, more torque than even a conventional diesel truck. So to put some numbers to it, we put down about 500 kilowatts of power. So 670-ish horsepower of traction drive that we've got at the rear of this vehicle to accelerate it. It's got extremely fast acceleration. It is very quiet compared to a diesel truck, especially when the generator is off. And the driver is really not giving up any of the benefits that they normally have with diesel. And we're avoiding a lot of the normal issues with an electric truck. So Hyliion is a company that's focused on powertrains. So we have no goals of let's go build an entire truck ourselves. That's not our mission. We want to be in the powertrain side of the business. So to bring this technology to market, we've partnered up with PACCAR Peterbilt. So the truck you see behind me is a conventional 579 Peterbilt sleeper truck. And then we've replaced the drivetrain, the powertrain inside the vehicle. The Hypertruck ERX is going to be in the high 300,000s. So these trucks do cost more. So the only way that you're going to actually cost less over the lifetime than a diesel truck is if you can decrease your operating expenses. The biggest one is the fuel cost. So if you think about natural gas, that's about $1 to $1.50 a gallon equivalent of fuel costs. So comparing that to diesel, substantially less. So you'll see about a 3-year ROI, return on investment, with this vehicle.
I'm Kevin Schwab. I'm with TRSA, the Textile Rental Services Association, and our association represents laundry operators. Our industry, from a nationwide perspective, has over 30,000 trucks. The truck drove like a normal diesel truck. You wouldn't know that it was a near zero emission truck. And we found some benefits. It was a lot more quiet. It was easier to talk. The ride itself, there was no difference. And we were highly impressed with how it drove. We were looking at that truck because the benefit was the range that it had. It had a significant longer range than just an all-electric. The downside is it doesn't necessarily qualify as a zero emission truck in some states. So we're trying to figure out where, as an industry, that would fit in to the new regs that are being promulgated across the country. You know, California is the first with these regulations. There's 14 other states that are rolling out the same regulations that we have to abide by. So it's using the correct technology in the appropriate states, which is one of the reasons we wanted to check this out, to make sure that it could handle the laundry industry's needs.
For the latest in clean transportation, subscribe to our daily newsletter by clicking the link below.